Good morning, SVAF and military-affiliated personnel, anyone else who may be listening to this podcast. Welcome to yet another episode of the Vet Scoop, episode 12 specifically. I am Emma Cassidy with my co-host, Mike Messina. How you doing, Mike?
What up? How we doing?
I gotta say, I'm not a morning person, and we insist on recording in the mornings because there's just so much going on during the day. I get it, like we have to do it in the mornings, but I seriously, it's 9:14 now. I woke up at 8:45 and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna lay here, like wake up for 10 minutes, and it didn't work. So I'm like literally walking through my apartment, trying to like get dressed, make myself presentable, like calm the dogs down because they're used to going out first thing in the morning. And Mike just witnessed me ordering coffee because I tragically have run out of coffee in my own home.
So when Emma leaves mid-episode to go get something from her door, she knows what it is.
I honestly, I hope that they take longer than 30 minutes, just so that there's no interruption in the episode. But
today I actually woke up at 7:40.
Whoa.
And sometimes you wake up and you can't tell if it's 3 a.m. or 3 p.m.
Right.
Well, yeah, so it was super early, and then like my Xbox, I was watching Schitt's Creek last night, so that was still playing throughout the night.
Iconic. I'm a Moira, personally.
She's annoying.
Oh, you think I'm annoying? It's fine.
She is annoying. I don't know.
I think Alexis is annoying. Moira is like.
I actually think they're all annoying.
So why do you watch it then?
It's like it makes me laugh. It's funny, but like they're just all kind of annoying to me.
I adore them. I love that show. There's this thing, my friend and I on our podcast, we did Schitt's Creek horoscopes. So it's just like quotes from the show that like are your horoscope. And I can't remember what I'm an Aquarius. I don't remember what mine was, but the Leo was just basically about thinking you're better than everyone. And I was like, okay, well, apparently I'm a Leo.
Well, no, I'm kidding. What I am.
But
I'm only in season 2.
Okay, yeah. It was slow going for me too when I started watching it. Like I know some people plow through it, but with TV shows in general, I take a long time to get through them.
Yeah, I'm not a TV show in the morning during the day. Like I watch TV from like 11 p.m. till when I go to sleep. At least Netflix. Like I'll watch sports during the day, but Netflix and like just TV series is usually 11 p.m. and until I go to sleep, and then leave it on all night, and then I have to find the area where I fell asleep during and try and find the exact point. That's what I do every night.
I go through phases where I either watch through TV series really quickly or I read book series very quickly. Like there is no in between. I don't take my time with either. So right now I'm on a book kick because I'm reading more than I'm watching TV. But I'm also just like really sick of my laptop because I spend so much time on it. And I had to just order this like my laptop's on my coffee table right now, which is kind of low. So I just ordered like a small table so that when I actually when you watch the episode 13 of that scoop, you'll see this. My laptop will actually be like level with my head. So
instead of the 90-degree angle up.
Right. Yeah. So when I've been sitting on the floor for my other one just so that like I'm facing the camera and my back is just it's not vibing with that. So
probably hurts a little bit, huh?
A lot. I definitely have much worse posture than I thought I did after 9 years of sitting at a desk for 12 hours a day.
Mine is like terrible, absolutely terrible.
I'd be looking like a parentheses, like walking around here. I swear, I'm just like, what? It's ridiculous.
Some of my friends are literally like, I'm like, dude, how do you sit like that? How are you so?
Like ramrod?
Yeah, I'm like the back's just straight, no bending, nothing. I'm like, my back can't do that.
I have to be very like conscious of it, and then do it. But then my lower back gets sore because I feel like I'm arching. And you know what? There's just no winning. So do what you want.
I'm sitting here like now. I wasn't thinking about it. Now I'm like, now that we're talking about it, I want to sit up straight, but I'm like, it's just not comfortable.
Right.
Why do it?
There are like some chairs that are very conducive to that, and I don't own one. So I guess I'm stuck this way.
I have like a leftover kitchen table chair.
Oh, that sounds very uncomfortable.
No, it's actually very comfy.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's rare.
Yeah. It's like a dining room table. So it's like more for decoration rather than sitting. So,
okay.
So it's a comfy chair.
My friend Allison and I, we were in the city on Sunday. We went to brunch, and Carol Place, if anyone hasn't been, has great bottomless. And like I had steak and eggs, she had an omelet, everything was really good. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. But wow, where was I going? Oh yeah, the chair. Sorry, we went to this home store. I think it's called CB2 in the city. I can't remember exactly. It's in Soho. And we were testing all of the chairs, and your comment made me think of it because we were being very, very like home network about it, like sitting and testing all of the couches and the chairs. We're like, here's why I don't like this one, as if we could afford this like $1,000 armchair.
I mean, that's important stuff though. I mean, every time I step
Really.
foot into like a furniture store, I'm testing out the couches, the mattresses, the chairs. I'm sitting at the table to see if it's the right height for me to eat.
Well, I mean, you have to, right?
I mean, sitting in the recliner, you have to know what's good for you. And
Really.
like usually I find a couple I like, and then I look at the big plastic price tag that they have on it, and I see $2,100 for a recliner, and I just get off of it, look away, and walk the complete opposite
Like
way.
it never happened. Which is funny because they have like all, accessory items, like a
Mhm.
bunch of like kitchen items and things like that. And those things at that store are not expensive. Like their mugs were only like $5.
Yeah, like that's good.
Like, so most of their stuff was like, well, I would say most of their stuff, their like accessory things were inexpensive, but then you see like their rugs and their couches, and they're all very well made. So it makes sense. But like, I could never spend $1,000 on a coffee table.
Absolutely. Well, I guess that's not. I don't know. Not if
For what it was like a quartz table. It really wasn't bad, but my heart can't like make a purchase like that, you
right
know?
now I can't. Like, 23 years old, going through college. But
Sure.
when I have a family, I'm sure I'll be willing to toss out that money for a nice coffee table and make the house look nice, you know?
I'm a hypocrite and I definitely apply the buy once, cry once mentality, but I apply it right now to things that like I don't need to buy. I'm like, I totally need this like super expensive TV stand that's gonna be great when I move places in
What
New
about the new TV I want to buy for $800? That's a good one.
York. Yeah, but I will say if you're buying quality items, then it shouldn't so much matter if they're a little more expensive. So I mean,
Mhm.
there's a line, but we went to this chess store. We just happened upon a chess store,
Do you
and
play
they
chess?
had a chess. Huh?
Do you play chess?
No, 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 no. I have no idea how to play chess. It
Same.
confuses me. I'm not a patient person. I'm a checkers girl all the way. But
Boring.
it is, yeah, I think it's boring, like, but this guy came in and he had been playing checkers for years. And I was like, is this the rook? And he was like, nope, that's like insert name here. And I'm like, well, I don't know. Just let me be right.
Okay.
But there was a board there for $10,000 that was made out of real gold and silver. And the thing was like heavy, but the
Mm.
craftsmanship was amazing. So
Yeah, but see,
I would
like,
never do that, but it was amazing to look at.
there's no point in my life from 23 years ago until the day I die that I will ever need that.
Mm-mm.
Even if I'm filthy rich, I don't want it. I don't want that.
We were talking about that too, like how your standard of living and like the priority you put on what you buy must change drastically when you have just like so much money. And
Mhm.
we were saying like how much money would it take for you to be comfortable spending like that much on one thing? And I would say I would have to come in to like 6 million minimum to feel comfortable like
How much was it?
buying arbitrary things like that. 6 mil.
No, no. How much was the chessboard?
Oh, 10,000.
At, no, I want more than six. Well, 6 mil can last me a lifetime. So
Right, unless you're stupid about it, because there's this thing about celebrities who've made like X amount of money in their careers, and one was like made $8 million, is now worth $800,000 because they didn't invest properly or they spent, poorly on things they didn't need.
well,
And
I want a yacht, like more
uh,
than anything.
I could yachts are useful. I could vibe with a yacht.
No, like more than anything in life, I want a yacht.
Mm.
So I need $6 million to go towards that and not a chessboard.
I want a brownstone on the Upper East Side, personally. And with my remaining $5, I would get a latte.
Nice. With warm milk. Is that what it was?
It was, yeah, we were making a joke that Starbucks will literally just sell you a cup of steamed milk now. And that's
Steamed milk.
so so weird to me. Like, I've never thought to go into a coffee place and be like, can I get some steamed milk? Like, sorry, Lorelai has thoughts about steamed milk. You can hear my dog
I'm,
barking.
I'm sure. I'm sure she wants some.
And she's like, yo, mom, that's a great idea. Like,
Did you
let's
get her anything?
embrace the steamed milk lifestyle. Okay, well, as far as the SVAF is concerned, we're coming to the end of March now. We've kind of gone through all of our events. We for sure have one left. By the time this episode comes out, you will still have time to sign up and join us, and that is the service day on Saturday, the 27th. It is the same as last month. If you listen to that episode, we'll be at the Dream Center in New York City in Bushwick. They have a food warehouse there. And we'll be packing food boxes, for them to ship out during the week when they do their food pantries. And it's a lot of fun. Each shift kind of competes with each other to how many boxes they can get done. I think 11 a.m. last time got 320, and we got 100 more the second shift. But I will say second shift kind of has an advantage because everything's already like sort of set up and the flow is already kind of there. So, and it's also later in the day, so maybe you're just more awake. I don't know.
Or wait, that's what it is. You always have more energy.
Truly. So there's an 11 a.m. shift and a 1:30 p.m. shift, and the registration form will be released today. So if you're interested in that, or you can just contact me directly and I'll give your name to the person who is in charge of taking this down. And even if you're not an SVAF or a veteran or military affiliated at all, feel free to volunteer with them. All you have to do is go to their website and navigate towards COVID-19 relief, and you'll see an option to volunteer. Fill out that form and they will contact you. And ta-da, there you go.
I saw the picture. The pictures that are on our Instagram are from that day, right?
Yep, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, looks fun.
And yeah, they play music, like I've said. It's just like it's a hectic, fast-paced environment. They have water, they have coffee. They gave us like mugs and t-shirts and candy last time, which was a nice surprise. Like, they really appreciate their volunteers, and it truly takes a village to get things ready for them to distribute to seriously thousands of New Yorkers every single week. So the amount of meals they distributed since COVID is astronomical, and they're doing great things.
Absolutely.
So,
Great cause. And I highly, 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 highly suggest that people sign up and go because no better than doing a good deed. Nothing better.
yeah, feels good to do something good,
Fordham Football starts back up this Saturday as well.
Oh, wow. Okay. I have no idea what goes on with Fordham Sports.
Yep.
So.
Fordham Football starts back up this Saturday. I will be working the game. Feel free to come by. I don't think there's allowed to be fans in the stands, but feel free to watch from the parking lot if you want.
Oh, yeah. Woohoo.
Mm-hmm.
Are they allowing people in to watch right now?
I don't think so.
Okay. That must be kind of depressing. I mean, I know that people play football because they love it, right? Like you play sport because you enjoy it, but the crowd is a huge part of these games,
You've clearly never been to a Fordham football game, have you?
No, I'm saying in general, though. Like
in general.
when you see, I wouldn't say Florida specifically. I mean, like we're a Jesuit university. I can't imagine that football is like high on the priority list of most people. But
No.
I mean, in general, though, sports, the crowd, the cheering, all of that, like that plays a huge part in the environment. And I'm not saying that they make or break the game, but I am saying that I think their presence would be impactful in some way or another.
Of course, even in like the professional sports, I've been going to the Rangers games since the beginning of March or since the end of February. But like with no fans in, you could hear a pin drop on the ice. Like you could hear the players yelling at each other. And even when the fans came back for the first game 2 weeks ago, all the players are saying that it makes a world of difference. Like the energy of even just 10% of a stadium being in there is changes the entire atmosphere of the game. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I would be just depressed playing a game with no one around. I think if I were like a professional athlete, like that just sounds sad.
You got
Why are we here?
You got no one yelling at you, no one to yell back to.
Well, professional sports don't exist without the fans, so it's just such weird. It's definitely a weird like dichotomy of like I guess the relationship between the two is just it's so symbiotic and mutualistic. So, but great. I'm excited for your sports. Go sports.
Go sports.
It's my overall mentality when it comes to sports in general. Go sports.
So. Go sports. Love all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Love
Except
all.
For, I mean, I feel like when you're born somewhere, obviously you have to like hate at least one of the teams or like a team because you've got like regional pride. Mm-hmm. And so for me, it's the Steelers and the Cowboys. I
Yeah.
hate them.
See, like I love all sports, but hate plenty of teams. The Red Sox, get them out of here.
Okay.
Get them out of here.
It's funny
Celtics,
because
get them out. Everyone.
I don't know anything about these teams really, other than they're a rival of my team, and that's why I hate them.
Wait, who are you a fan of?
You're gonna laugh at me, but Ohio State, obviously, the OH Buckeyes forever.
Well, Ohio State lost in the first round of March Madness this week.
Be
So
quiet. It's fine. Well, we have won plenty in the past, so it's fine. You know, every team gets their day, but the Bengals lose all the time, and I'm still a fan of them. So
yeah, well, you got a great quarterback there.
yeah, that's true. You always, when you're from Ohio, you have to pick Bengals or Browns. Like there is no in between. And I'm closer to Cincinnati, so I always go Bengals.
And I mean, Browns are on the come up too. Browns are great. Browns are great.
Browns suck.
No,
Browns suck.
I don't know about that one.
Everyone's gonna make fun of me for my football choice. It's fine. I don't mind.
I'm a Joey Burrow stan, so I hope they do well.
Fingers crossed. Other than that, though, I mean the Cincinnati Reds obviously are my boys. Even if they did get their team name from their sock color,
Yeah.
they're not the only ones, but you know.
Yeah. I don't think they were trying to figure that one out for that long.
They were like, well, I see a lot of red. We could go with that.
What am I wearing? Oh,
wait a second.
Got it.
I got it. Yeah, I should name sports teams. I think I'd be great at that.
I would love to own a sports team.
Okay. Do you have one in particular that you'd like to own?
Well, I mean, I love the Yankees, so I'd love to own the Yankees, but see, there's only one issue with that, and it's a thing called money. I'm not sure if you've heard of it.
I've heard it's green, right? Maybe
yeah,
blue.
yeah.
I don't know.
And like I spend a lot of it, so like I don't have enough money to own the Yankees because I think I need a couple billion. But hopefully one day I'll get there.
You know, I am admittedly like just not great with money. Like I grew up not having to worry about it, and so I never really developed those like critical thinking skills when it came to budgeting. So it's been an experience, and it's an ongoing experience. And let me just tell you, credit cards are not free money. So take it from me, guys.
Oh no, they are not.
Not free money. 18-year-old Emma has entered the chat, and she would disagree, but I would like to tell her, stop it.
You're wrong.
Quit it. You're ruining my life. So it's fine. 10 years later, I'm still literally paying. It's a cycle. You know, interest rates, they get you. So, and you have to have debt to have credit, which is an insane system. But I have great credit, even if I am so poor. But I also just spent $20 on coffee delivery. So can I really be upset? I don't know.
That's one thing I'm actually very good at in life. I'm not good at many things, but I'm good at this. Saving money. I am amazing at saving money.
Every guy I know is like so much better at it than me.
I'm just so cheap. I don't want to buy anything. So cheap. A box of cereal costs $3.29. It's too expensive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend must be living the high life, let me tell you.
Oh, I'm cheap for myself. I'm not cheap for her.
Oh, interesting.
It's only for myself.
I can get that. You know, I'm the opposite. So
no,
I'm like me, bougie. You,
I got no issue spending money on other people, and I'm not cheap to like if we're going to do like an expensive activity, $150. Yeah, sure. Well, let's do it. But if I need like a new pair of shoes and they're $90, I'm like, oh, are these ones really that bad? Can I still walk? Can I still run? Can I do whatever I need to do? Do I really need a new shirt? But if my girlfriend's like, oh, I really like this dress, I'm like, oh, that's fine. I'll just buy it for you.
Oh,
yeah.
We went
whatever.
When we were in Soho. We just walked around to look at like the shopping district because she went into David Yurman and we cried about the prices. But we went by this place. It's called Love Shack Fancy. The storefront looked like it's so cute. The storefront looked like a fairy tale. Like it was like there was flowers and vines and it was amazing. And like I posted a photo to my Instagram because I was obsessed. But we walked inside and let me tell you, I will never pay $130 for a bathing suit.
No.
Ever.
But that's crazy.
Gorgeous stuff. And you know, but I get it. Like it's a local store. There's like limited product. I understand the prices. I just can't bring myself to pay them, you know. So
people went like even Lululemon's too expensive for me. I'll never buy
Ugh,
Lululemon.
Lululemon, I'm sweating in these clothes, right? If I'm using them to their intended purpose, which is working out, in my opinion, why am I paying $95 for a pair of pants? But I'm a little hypocritical because the gym shorts that I wear, they're about 50 bucks a pop, and there's not a lot of material, but they're durable. They've lasted me a long, long time. Like I bought some of these pairs like 5 years ago, and they are just as functional now as they were when I first bought them. Um,
Gymshark?
no, Gymshark, I used to be into Gymshark, but they've only just recently started adding more inclusive sizing. And I'm mid-size, but I err on the side of caution, and I usually buy a large in pants because I have like hips for days.
Mhm.
And um and they just aren't conducive to that. And I'm not going to wear clothing that one promotes like an image that is, the only people who wear these clothes are very small women
Mhm.
and very, very, very cut guys. Like to me, that's just not a realistic portrayal of the fitness community.
Makes sense. Yeah. I didn't know that.
So, but I wear Fleo, which is a brand that is definitely inclusive, is their whole purpose is functionality and movement. So, they're short, so I get flack from my friends for that, but, they are the most convenient clothing that I've ever owned for the gym because they're so durable. Like I could say things about them all day, but they are about $50 per pair. So I guess in that respect, I'm a little bit of a hypocrite because I pay that much money for those, but I won't do the same for Lululemon, mostly because I think Lululemon, it's such a big franchise and Fleo is just one store.
No, I understand that. Like paying more for something you would like from a business that is singular, if that's how you want to put it. Like it's not a big corporation like you said with Lulu, but I think I've been into Lululemon twice. Looked at everything. I'm like, I like that. I'd wear it. And then I look at the price. It's like 175. I'm like, yeah, no, I wouldn't wear that because I stain everything. For some reason I have an issue. I can't keep. I have a stain somewhere on this thing too.
And
Yeah,
it's
right
black.
there. There it is. There it is.
At least it's black.
Stain on everything, and like I would just stain it instantly. I don't know. I spill ketchup. I spill barbecue sauce, ketchup, anything on it. Grease.
Mhm.
It's done. I'll be pissed.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the whole idea of just paying exorbitant amounts of money for clothing is just sort of weird because there are staple pieces that I can understand paying money for. Like there's like 8 pieces that they're like iconic and will last you forever. Like for example, for a woman, the little black dress, that's going to last you forever. It will never go out of style. But so many of the things are cyclical, and you know, how long are you like when I pay a lot of money for something, I almost don't want to wear it
Yeah,
because
I mean, you
it's like, yeah,
it,
there's too much pressure to wear it.
some of my friends, excuse me, from high school, they're filthy rich and they're wearing like $3,000 shoes. I'm like, dude, I would be looking at my feet and like walking around New York City. I'm like, I'd be looking at my feet the entire time, making sure I don't step in gum, water, anywhere it comes in 5 feet of me. It's not happening. $3,000 shoes.
I have to wonder when people wear shoes that are like so ostentatious in New York City. I'm like, do you know where you are?
Like,
We're the fashion capital of the world, and I get that. But at the same time, it's like when I'm walking up and down, Broadway,
have,
I'm not going to be, what's the point? Like, I'm
have
not
you, have
wearing
you
heels.
have you looked on
Stupid.
the ground before while walking?
Truly, like I mean, it's a street. It's dirty. It's in a city, of course. Like, so, uh, no judgment, to each their own. I'm sure if I were in a different space and I could afford Louboutin, I would buy it.
Exactly. I would probably do it as well.
So,
Because I'd be
um,
like, well, if I can just buy another pair if they're really
yeah.
that mess up. But
I can't even imagine the kind of money we were like, I'll just buy a new one. $500 stilettos, which is like on the cheap side for Louboutin. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's no big deal. And I'm over here like, if I could just get one pair in my life, I'd be so satisfied.
see, but
But
like you guys can go shopping at like Forever 21 and walk out with 15 things for like $100, right?
yeah, and I was actually surprised to see Forever 21 in the city because they were all closing down from what I knew. Like when I was in, where was I? When I was in Paris, there Forever 21 was shut down. I mean,
Really?
granted, this was in like 2019,
That's
but
probably the most popular store up here.
I mean, I'm 28 now. I don't know that there are some trends that I'm definitely too old for, that I'll never do. like ones that I did obviously when I was younger, and now they're just coming back because that's how fashion works. But
Like what?
it's an effort to look through the racks at that store though. It's just they just shove it all in and they're like, okay, good luck. It's just too much. So no, I don't really shop for clothes so much anymore.
Oh, not at all.
I have my staple pieces. I'm satisfied with them, but if I could go into like Chanel and afford anything, I would do it.
I'm sure you would. I'm sure everyone would.
But here we are.
See,
So
my issue is when I don't go shopping much, like rarely. But my issue is I can't match. I'm colorblind, so I can't really tell what matches and like what colors I'm even wearing sometimes.
mhm.
So sometimes I walk out of the house and whoever I'm with is like, you gotta go take that off. You can't walk out. You can't leave this driveway with that. I'm like, all right, thanks. So I just got to go
Got
change.
someone.
I can't shop by myself, but I can't shop with people. I don't like going into the dressing rooms and trying stuff on. I don't like that stuff.
I never try clothes on. I know my size.
Yeah, like I'm a medium in shirts. I go into H&M. I usually go to like the $6.99 t-shirt rack, and every color I see, I take. So I have a variety. And then jeans, I've had the same jeans for years. So, and it's getting to the point where I have to start leaving them unbuttoned to sit down and walk around. So those are going to be switching soon.
I love H&M personally. It's
Going
it's like
downhill for me.
oh really?
Yeah.
I feel like it's just like the little classier. It's like the Target when Forever 21 is like the Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Like
See, the Forever 21 where I live, finally has a guy section, but it's very small, and they highlight their guy section with like Dragon Ball Z shirts and stuff like that. And I feel like they could have advertised their guy section a little better, but that could just be me not being into that style. But I wish there was more clothes that everyone would wear instead of people who just like that kind of stuff. But whatever.
I don't know. I'm kind of over the ironic graphic tee era.
I was never in it.
Like
never got
there's
it.
being a fan of something, but people aren't buying Dragon Ball Z t-shirts because they're a fan of it. They're buying it because it's like they're doing it ironically or they're trying to be like quirky,
Is that hip these days?
Yeah, it is with Gen Z. It is. So, and you're technically Gen Z, so you apply. But
what years do you have to be born to be Gen Z?
I think it's so there's debate on whether the cutoff is 96 or 97.
Well, which one is it?
I know that matters to you, but I personally say 96.
So you're saying anyone after 96 is Gen Z?
96 and above is Gen Z.
Well, I say 98 and above is Gen Z.
Well, that's fine, but you're wrong.
I don't know about that one.
So I would consider you a cusper, and we would call you a zillennial.
A zillennial?
Mm-hmm.
I've never even heard of this stuff.
I'm helping you be hip. So yeah, zillennial is obviously the combination of millennial and Gen Z. You're not a millennial, but you're not really Gen Z either. You're a zillennial. And I'm almost that way with the millennial generation. Like I'm not quite, I'm at the tail end of millennialism. So like I just barely made it with 93.
I was gonna say you were born in 92, but 93.
93, yeah. But we call Gen Z Zoomers, like true Gen Z, because they're like the young boomers.
Mm-hmm.
And Zoomers, I know y'all don't want to hear that, but
I want to be a Zoomer.
Why? Boomers are the worst.
Better than a zillennial.
I think being a zillennial is 10 times better than being a Zoomer, but I'm neither, so I don't have to worry about it.
Doesn't sound better though, I can tell you that. It matters how it sounds like that too.
Okay. Well, Zoomer is not a good thing. I'll let you know. But,
well, sounds cool. That's all that matters to me.
So we have April coming up. There's no super concrete plans yet with our club and OMVS and everything, but please, keep an eye on the socials, read the Horn. We have valuable information in there, even if it's not like there's an event coming up. There's always stuff to learn, especially on the website, the one click that there's always a link to in the Horn in the newsletter. And yeah, I hope this semester's going well for everyone. I have my first and only midterm. I only had one midterm out of all 4 classes this semester.
I haven't had many either.
Yeah, it was super weird in contrast to last semester where I was like loaded with tests. So super weird, but it'd be like that sometimes. So
I want it to always be like that.
yeah.
At all times.
So anything to add, Mike?
No, just there was a new thing sent out that withdrawing from classes, there's a new policy for it. So stay tuned for more information on the right way to withdraw from classes if you intend to for the summer, fall, whatever it may be. More information will be coming down from either Matt or Steven or both. So be aware for that. And finally, rate, review, subscribe, comment, turn on notifications, and do whatever you have to do to be updated when episodes drop, because we want to know what you guys think about it, and we want as many viewers, subscribers, and fans as possible. So rate, review, subscribe, turn on notifications, and tell us what you think.
If you have any ideas of what you want to hear, people you want to hear from, please don't hesitate to reach out, DM the SVAF Instagram, email Mike or I directly. Like, the floor is yours.
Whatever you guys want, it's yours.
Except
To an
for
extent.
Louboutin.
To an extent. Yeah, exactly.
You can't afford that. I can't, you can't, we all can't. So
So don't even think about it.
but thanks so much for joining us today, guys.